Hi, my name is Adam Funk. I'm an attorney in Houston, Texas, and I specialize in childbirth injury cases. Each and every week, I get hundreds of calls from folks who have a potential case. They ask me tons of questions, but I've realized that the top three questions that I get that are the most important for the parent to know are these. Number one, what is your experience with birth injury cases? This is a very important question, and here's why. A personal injury lawyer is somebody who handles a broad spectrum of different types of personal injury lawsuits. For example, car accidents, slip and fall cases, and even medical malpractice. A medical malpractice lawyer is somebody who handles any type of medical error type of case. So it could be surgery, it could be anesthesia, it could also be birth injury. Now, even more specific is a birth injury lawyer. Birth injury lawyer handles only birth types of cases. That could include anesthesia error, surgical error, or treatment after the baby was delivered error. These are all things that are very important, but they're such a subspecialty type of law. And that's why it's very important to ask the lawyer who might be a personal injury lawyer or who might be a medical malpractice lawyer, what experience do you have with birth injuries? At Funk Law Group, my team has had extensive experience with birth injury cases. We've handled hundreds of them, evaluated them, gone to trial on them, and settled the vast majority of them. The second question that I think you should always ask is, what is your process of obtaining expert witnesses? That's a really important question that a lot of clients do not ask. And here is why. A birth injury lawsuit is really a battle of the experts. It's a very important aspect of the entire case. Every birth injury case requires expert witnesses. The court requires it. And the defense, such as the hospital or the obstetrician or the neonatologist, they will have experts. And we, on the other side, on behalf of the baby, we will also have experts. And the two experts, guess what? Never see eye to eye. They always end up finding that and having two different opinions and finding two different conclusions as to liability or causation or even damages. So it's very important to get the best of the best in experts. At Funk Law Group, that's what we do. It may take a little bit longer than usual, but I always try to get the best type of expert possible for my case. Sometimes it's out in the Ivy League schools, the head of neonatology at Harvard Medical School. Sometimes it's even international. If I can find that best person for your case, I'm going to do it. And guess what? I'm going to pay top dollar for that expert. I find it to be the most important aspect of your case. The last question that I think is a very important question is, how do you come up with the number to settle on or to ask a jury for at trial? This is very important. It's important because we have to know what the value of your case is. The first way that we get a majority of the damages in the damage model is we do it by a life care plan. A life care plan is when a life care planner, who's a medical professional, will come and determine what the needs are for your child for the span of his or her life. And the way they do that is they review all of the records, they talk to your child's providers, your medical providers, and they come up with an assessment of what the future needs are going to be. They write all of that out. In year 3, baby A is going to need XYZ, physical therapy, speech therapy, whatever it might be, orthotics. In year 5, they're going to need so-and-so. In year 10, they're going to need so. And they go all the way throughout the span of the life of the baby. Then an economist comes in and reviews each and every one of those plans and comes up with the list of how much all of those things are going to cost. Speech therapy is going to cost $50 a session, and we are going to need speech therapy once a week for the next 20 years. They extrapolate that out and come up with that number. That is called a life care plan. and that is a huge number in certain situations. In addition to the economic side of things, we also come up with a plan for the non-economic. Those are damages such as pain, suffering, anguish, disfigurement even. Those are determined by the jury or the judge, depending on the type of case that you have. We will come up with a legal strategy of what to ask for and how much to ask for when the time comes. If you have any other further questions that you need answered for your baby's injury case, by all means, give me a call. You will talk to me personally, the attorney on your case. Again, my name is Adam Funk. I'm an attorney in Houston, Texas, and I specialize in childbirth injury cases.